How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. We're doing the next week in our dividend investment series where I buy different dividend stocks that will hopefully pay me money for the rest of my life. So I do this each week. I invest $100. I'm doing this with a couple other YouTubers, JT Wealth and Logan Fisher. I'll put their links down in the description. They're both really talented and really have some insightful views on stocks. And definitely check them out after this video because they are doing the same challenge that I am, investing regular amounts in the M1 Finance portfolio. And we're going to kind of compare and contrast our different investments by the end of whenever we finish this. So it might be 6 months, it might be a year, it might be 10 years, who knows. If you want to be able to grow your dividend income with me, I suggest using the link down below to M1 Finance. When you do that, you can start investing. They're my favorite platform, so definitely check them out. I really would appreciate it too because they are an affiliate of mine. So we're going to go through those 3 stocks that I bought this week. Then we're also going to go over a growth stock that I've been buying. I've talked about it fairly recently, but I had to buy more because I think that they have a really good long-term outlook, and I just hadn't gotten the opportunity to buy more yet, and I really should have because it's been up over 200% since I started buying into it. So we'll get right into it, but if you don't mind hitting the like button and hitting the subscribe button below too. I really want to hit 5,000 subscribers by my birthday, which is in about 9 days from now. So I'm really excited to do that. Hopefully we'll be close, but if not, it's fine. I just love being able to grow with you guys and being able to add more people to the community. So as we can see here, my portfolio is in at about $725. We have a nice little 7% gain, nothing to sneeze at. That is pretty good since we just started this portfolio about 2 months ago. Now, as we can see here, you can see my different positions. So this week I bought 2 new positions, then I also added to another one. So we'll get right into the activity here. And as you can see, we had 3 buys for $100. I bought Qualcomm for $45 worth, and then Disney for $45 worth. And I also added $10 to Realty Income, which is a monthly dividend stock. So I won't go too far into Qualcomm. I'm going to break down Disney and why I'm really excited about it. But Qualcomm is a 5G stock. So they're a semiconductor company for 5G. So when we get to 5G with our phones and different kinds of technology, they will be able to make a lot of money on the semiconductors that go into it. So you can definitely check that out on your own time. I've talked about them in the past a couple times. I think that they're going to continue to increase in value, and they do pay a nice dividend too, so definitely check them out. But what I want to talk today, because we only have so much time, is Disney stock. So I know most of you have probably heard of Disney, but there are 2 main things that really make me interested in Disney recently, and I was able to buy them when they were significantly lower. So they are maybe around $125 a share or so right now, $130 depending on when you're looking at this. But I was able to pick them up when they were below $100. But there are 2 things that are really interesting to me that have come out just over the last couple weeks. So Disney is to release Mulan September 4 on Disney Plus for $30 in the US. So I think a couple of people maybe have hit on this, but you need a Disney Plus subscription at $7 a month or $70 a year, and then you also have to pay $30 for this. So the fact that they're going to be able to do this, I mean, imagine if Netflix had in-app or in the website purchases where they said, okay, normally we'll give it away for free, but for this item you have to pay $30. No one would do that. But Disney, I haven't heard much uproar for this. I haven't heard many people saying, no, I'm not going to do this, or that's insane, or anything like that. I've just heard people saying, okay, it's Disney. So that's just amazing. The fact that they are able to pull this off, that is really interesting to me. I've always thought that Disney really had a cult following, kind of like Apple, where after you like Disney, you trust it, you want to see more of it. I think that it's really cool. So as an investor, for them to be able to do that and kind of get away with it is interesting to me. The other thing is Disney Plus hit 60.5 million subscribers, and between all their platforms, because they also own Hulu and ESPN, between all their platforms, they have 100 million subscribers. That is awesome. So right now, they're charging $7 a month. Netflix used to do something similar. They charged a pretty low amount back then, and then they've raised it over time. So they've been able to just about double what Disney Plus is. I think Netflix is $12 or $13 a month. And they are able to scale up. So after Disney builds out this base, you can already see they're testing the waters a little bit here, where they are able to see if people are willing to pay extra for certain parts of their content. And the fact that they have 60.5 million subscribers is insane. That beats their estimates for the end of the year, for I believe even the end of next year. I think they were looking like 4 or 5 years out trying to hit these numbers, and they've hit it in less than a year. Now, of course, that's probably helped, and it's been springboarded by everything that's happening with the pandemic right now. But the fact that there are so many people that are signing up for this is amazing. When we just look at their share price, so they were $150 back in November of last year. They kind of went down a little bit to $140. They're still not up to where they were before. And they did not have this platform back when they were $150 a share. I think this is adding a major part of their business, and I think a lot of people are sleeping on it. I would not be surprised if it went up to $200 a share by either the end of the year or the end of next year, especially if they are able to get their parks back and working. That is the major thing that a lot of people are thinking about right now. And I think a lot of people think of Disney as kind of a content producer, but mostly just as like a theme park, which is a huge part of their business, right? The theme parks that they have. But a lot of people think of them just as kind of these content producers too, but they aren't able to make content. But the fact that they're building up this tech side of their business that is massively scalable. I mean, when you think, yeah, you need to add some extra servers and some extra employees if you go from 5 million to 50 million subscribers, but their platform is somewhat similar, right? So it's not like they're going to change that much from 5 to 50 million subscribers, but you're going to have 10 times the revenue. So that is something that really makes me excited for Disney. The fact that they're growing so quickly and they're at the scale that they're at already, I think that people are sleeping on this. And honestly, I know that they have cut their dividend, so I haven't said this, but they cut their dividend over the pandemic. But I think they're going to bring it back. So I'm going to let this one slide. I'm going to count it as a dividend stock because I'm pretty sure they're going to bring it back. I think they want to. They just want to save some extra capital. But I am really excited about this, and this is a position that I really want to add a lot to. I really want to make this a major position in this portfolio, and right now it just isn't yet, but I want to add more money to this, so hopefully it stays artificially low for a while here, but we'll be able to add some more no matter what because I think that's severely undervalued. Now, I also want to talk about the growth stock that I bought this week because it's gone up a lot in value. And of course, I'm buying it late. I think a lot of people have felt this about this stock that they want to buy in, but it just jumped 10%. It just jumped 20%. It just is too high now because it's gone up in value so much. But with this kind of stock, it's a growth stock that is looking to expand its one location right now to 5 to 10 locations in the next 5 years. So with something like this, if you're waiting for it to be cheap, if you're waiting for it to even be a value stock, like if you're a value investor and waiting for it to show some good numbers, I think you're going to miss out. This is something that I wanted to do at first. I wanted to wait for them to get some revenue and some earnings. But, if you do that with these kinds of growth stocks, it's going to be too late because it's going to happen multiple years down the line. Look at Tesla. If you could have invested early on in Tesla, of course I'm using Tesla, so take it with a grain of salt. But if you waited for them to become profitable, you have lost a lot of money. For me, I know that I invested in Tesla after a couple really good days, and it was up at like $800 to $900 a share. And people were thinking I was kind of crazy, right? Because it was already up so much. It had been up almost 200% since the pandemic, and I was buying in. But now it's doubled since then, right? So what I did was I bought a significant portion of Planet 13 Holdings. So they are $3.90 today when I'm filming this. I bought them at $3.82. Before that, I had a cost basis around $2. Now it brought my cost basis up to $3, and I put about $200 into the stock. So I bought a lot more, but I feel good about it. I have now 132 shares, and I realize that's not a lot for some people. For me, that's a somewhat significant position. That's about 1% of my net worth, and I realize, again, that doesn't sound like much, but I have a lot of my money in index funds, and I don't take positions like this just for the heck of it. I don't invest lightly. So the fact that I put $500 into this stock, for me, that's a big position for a speculative growth play like this. But I have a pretty bullish thesis on them. And just looking at their stock here, over the last month, it's gone from $2.16 to $3.90 right now. It went up over $4. I realize that you can't base the future predictions on past performance, but I feel really good about the stock for a handful of reasons, and I'll just kind of list them here. I'm not going to go into great depth because I've talked about them before, but first of all, there's going to be great growth, right? So they are looking to scale their company to 5 to 10 locations. They just got news that they're going to be able to open up a part of their business that had been previously shut down. So they're going to be able to add a significant amount of revenue and be able to hopefully increase their bottom line and their top line with that. There's also a changing sentiment in just society today towards this kind of company. So back 5-10 years ago, it was thought of as an industry that you didn't really want to be in. You know, a lot of people, they're using it as a gateway. They're finding that a lot of people are changing their mindsets behind this. So a lot of people are willing to go try it, right? Because it's becoming legal in a lot of states, and possibly it's going to become legal as a nation in the next few years. There's also this constant attention that is brought to it by some YouTubers who I shall remain nameless, but if you want to see it, I'll show the video here for the last video I did on it. But they are constantly putting light on the stock, and it's causing the stock to jump pretty dramatically. As you can see here, it's $3.46 before a big name YouTuber, Financial Education, I'll just say it. You know, Jeremy from Financial Education talked about it, and it jumped 16% that day. So I was able to get a pretty nice gain there, and I realized that a lot of people will say, no, it's too late now. But again, everyone thinks it's too late because the stock's gone up. For a good growth stock, it's going to continue to go up. So I think a lot of people have thought it's too late with Tesla. A lot of people have thought it's too late with Amazon, but they're going to be able to grow massively. So I think that it's not too late. I would also say the fact that they are at $4 a share right now, or $3.90, is really great for the company. If they're going to dilute their shares and they need to raise capital, now is a great time to do it. They are going to be able to sell less shares than ever for the capital that they need. So that's something that is actually good about the stock going up pretty significantly, right? So that's something that's awesome to see, and hopefully they can raise the capital that they need over the next few years with an increased share price. And I can't really say this very much longer. I think one of my subscribers mentioned this, that I can't call it a penny stock for that much longer because it's $3.90. After $5, that's really the consensus on what a penny stock is, $5 and under. So I might refer to it as a penny stock for a couple more times, but hopefully I won't be able to do that much longer. So thank you guys so much for watching. Again, those links are down below if you want to join and be able to start using M1 Finance. If you invest $100 a week, that's going to make a huge difference. One of the reasons that I'm doing that is by the time I'm 60, this portfolio should be around $1 million. So hopefully we get there. Hopefully I can show you what I buy along the way. And if you want to join in, that'd be awesome. You don't have to invest $100. If you want to invest more, that's great. If you want to invest less, that's great too. Just start investing. So thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Please hit that like button and then also comment below what you're buying this week. Thank you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.